Okay, so hopefully we should be back here. Apologize for the slight problems there as we were busy getting everything fixed up, and it looks like things are in fact working.
Yeah, it's working now.
Good. So, as we were saying, we had a bit of trouble yesterday getting Z3 actually running in a way that is streamable. Now we should have hopefully fixed that. So, welcome to anyone who's new. This is Super Robot Wars Z3 Jigoku. Jigoku in Japanese is typically written as Hell, but for this game it's written as Time Prison instead, for reasons that will not particularly soon but eventually become obvious. This is our protagonist here. His name's Hibiki Kamishiro. He's nowhere near as interesting or cool of a guy as Crowe, but he's who we're stuck with. He is a master of Jeet Kune Do, and currently still a high schooler. Prepare for high school antics. Also, just as a note, this is not his default birthday and blood type. We decided to adjust that to try and get him a slightly better spirit list that we found. Since, yes, your birth date and blood type affect what skills you have available.
They did in Z2 as well, but
Crowe's got a pretty good spirit list to begin with, so we left his as is.
this guy, though, he didn't even have instinct.
Which is auto-applies, lock-on, and flash. For guaranteed hit and guaranteed dodge, so we've gotten adjusted a bit. So,
Opening crawl
finish up
time.
my bits of the opening crawl. I have not fully gone through and translated the opening crawl, but the first bit of it is the same as the first two games, so off we go. Various worlds, various galaxies. There's those that exist in another space-time are known as parallel universes. And they were fated to never intersect. Yes, until that day came. The Great Dimensional Collapse. What started as an enormous dimensional quake on a single world spread out and collapsed the boundaries between many. As a result, dozens of worlds intermingled, and countless new worlds were born in their place. That was the start of many timelines. As those new worlds were born, new encounters were had, and those new encounters led to new conflicts. Long after the first collapse, these worlds were still in the grip of chaos. However, after time passed, many had slowly begun to construct a new order for themselves.
Holy. Sorry about the noises, one of our cats is going crazy.
On a certain world known as the UCW, from Super Robot Z, a war erupted between these many worlds. At the center of this conflict was a special squadron known as Zuth. At the end of the fight, they were dragged into another world known as the ADW. And there, they and their new allies of the Special Squad Zexus wound up overcoming the Destruction Incident and the Rebirth War.
Is that Universal Century World and Anno Domini World?
They don't explain what it's for, but yes, that's probably it. The members of Zuth who had been flung off to the ADW, who returned to their own world through use of the dimensional hole, the Abyss. But they could not know that yet more battles were awaiting them on the other side. Things don't go so well here. As we shall see. Hey, Eternal. Look, everyone! It's our Earth! He really made it back. The Destruction Incident and the Rebirth War. A lot of stuff happened there in the other world. Well, they'll be nice memories, won't they? Now that the dimensional hole, the Abyss, is closed, we won't be able to go there for a long time. But even so, it's as if we'll never meet Setsuna Hiro and the others again. Exactly right. After all, we just need to do what we can on this world here. That's how it is. Let's go back and meet all of our friends. What's wrong, Roger? Return to our normal days, huh? But will we really be able to do that? What do you mean by that?
As you can note that Kay's face has melted a bit.
not as much as it will later, but thanks to the upgrade to PS Vita and PS3 for Z3, you'll see a lot more facial expressions overall. And technically more detailed models, although the jury is out on whether they're actually better or not. Some people say some ways, some people say the other. The stigma. You're talking about what that Heimliard guy said, right? Also, fun note.
I was gonna say, is that
They have a
square
glossary
or triangle
now.
to do that?
Square. They have a glossary now. So, anytime you see a word that's highlighted, we can just go ahead and
That's a lot of
scroll
text.
through. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff to say. You can also just check any person. It says who they are, what their call sign is, who voices them, where they're from. Description. Shin 16, everyone. Isn't that important to know? He said that those who've been emblazoned with the stigma have been chosen by destiny, or something like that. But we weren't able to find anything out about that stigma, were we? From what I'm said, it sounds like because we have that, we got flung off to that world. What's that noise? Mr. K? This feeling is... Damn it! Not another dimensional quake! Yeah, things are not going well. What's wrong, Lieutenant Quattro? Char? Watch out, something that hasn't happened yet's happening here. Bad things are happening. As if the entire universe wobbling wasn't proof enough.
Oh, huh. I actually recognize a couple of bits in there.
Yeah. If you
I
go
read
back
it
through
from
and
Aquarian Evil, but...
If you go back through and freeze frame, you should recognize a number of those places if you've seen all the series.
I think that was Aquarian Evil and not...
The blood of beasts, the flowing of the water, the whereabouts of the wind, the culture of fire, and then the glow of the sun. Each of these has been an age. The enormous dimensional quake after Zuth returned created yet a new world. In an event known as the New World Quake, both the UCW and ADW, those two worlds were united as one. And in addition, many other worlds wound up being fused with them at the same time. But all humanity could do was attempt to endure it. Humanity was able to overcome this exceptional crisis and create a new order in this new world of theirs. In the name of the Earth Federation, the colonies that had been flung out as well as the Earth wound up unifying, and in just a few short months, people's lives returned to a semblance of what they were before the quake. It has been 3 months since that quake. In the shadows behind the chaos of this new world, the truth has begun to move, and the prologue of a battle that shall shake the dimensions themselves is about to begin. Yep, it's a start. Traditional music here. You'll hear a lot of stuff again and again. Let's see. April 10th. The United Calendar, Year 1. Japan. Let's see. Let's call this Tokyo 2. It's the second new Tokyo city, so probably Tokyo 2, considering that Tokyo 3 is definitely a place here. And I can never remember the name of this school. I want to say it's Rindai. Anyways, this is the place that Full Metal Panic takes place. Because, surprise! First important new series we're going to get is Full Metal Panic. Just look that up for me, could you?
Alright.
So, it's not critically important at this time, but... So, Rindai High. Second year, Class 4.
Jindai.
Jindai?
Jindai.
Jindai. Well, that makes sense. I always heard it as Rindai whenever someone actually said it in here, but Jindai.
That's your glossary.
Yep. Jindai High. Alright, today's class is over. Everything really does become more severe once you're a second-year student, huh? Kana, you said that exact same thing back when we were first years. Here we have Kaname Chidori and one of her friends. Name unimportant. Not even given a voice actor here, so that's proof of how important she is. Good friend of Kaname's, but not important to the story here. It isn't just math that's getting harder here. Her physics and science are too. Well, more importantly, why don't we go off with everyone in the class to do some karaoke and strengthen our bonds here? That sounds like a nice idea. We ought to call out to some of the guys too, shouldn't we? First line Hibiki gets.
Silence.
What about you, Kamishiro? Oh yeah, you haven't been here long, have you? How about I guide you around the school? But come on, after all, well, this Tokyo too was a place where they've got their special research town where they've gathered geniuses from all over the world. Well, haven't they? For someone like you who's just transferred in, I doubt you know much about the place, right? Thanks. But I'm going to have to refuse. Kamishiro? He left. He doesn't seem all that likable, does he? Let's see. I'd heard that that he'd been abroad for a long time, so maybe he just hasn't gotten used to being back in Japan again. Returning from abroad, huh? If I hear that, I can't leave him alone, can I? Are you interested in him? That's not quite it. After all, Kana's the class representative, isn't she? Haha, she can't leave people like that alone. I guess. But Kamishiro, he seems a bit weird, doesn't he? Yeah. Didn't seem to get along with anyone else in the other classes either. Well, there's that one guy in class 2. No guy who's not important enough. The way that he's got almost like a bit of a dark side to him. And doesn't talk too much about himself. Is he trying to be mysterious or something? Kana, you are interested in him, aren't you? I guess a little bit at least. But he's not my type. Miss Chidori? Has Mr. Kamishiro already left? Yeah. He just left a minute ago. This is perfect timing. Suzune-sensei, will you go out to karaoke with us? Kyoko! List that here. Kyoko. Kaname's friend. Kyoko! You should recall her, and I do not remember Suzune's full name. This is another important character. That was another important character if you could not tell.
Suzune.
Saijo. Kyoko, be sure to call her Saijo-sensei, right? Don't worry about it, Miss Chidori. After all... there are two other teachers named Saijo in this school. So please, as the assistant teacher, feel free to just call me Suzune-sensei. Alright then, I guess I'll do so. But you're impressive, aren't you, Suzune-sensei? Yeah. After all, well, you got chosen for one of those special teacher's license things, didn't you? You gotta be really incredible to do that. I don't know that I'm particularly incredible. I just did fairly well at college. I'm just happy I was able to come here to this Tokyo too. But the entire world changed a lot thanks to that New World quake, didn't it? That's precisely because of that this Tokyo 2 was able to be created, right? The UCW and ADW worlds got fused together. A new Earth Federation government was formed. Quickly check. Yes, they are listed as Universal Century World and Anno Domini World.
As expected.
Yeah. Well, what else would they be? The fact that we're able to survive fun like this, even after a giant quake like that, is just proof of how strong humans are. But it's good, isn't it? After all. Oh. It's not as if our cultures would immediately become... Our cultures weren't immediately comparable thanks to all the advances made in both. So there could have been a huge amount of chaos. I guess so. In addition... From what the professionals say, it looks as if after that the dimensional boundaries have quieted down to an almost unbelievable degree. For the next few dozen years, everything ought to be just fine as it is right now. So it's almost like this is putting a period on the time since the Great Dimensional Quake, huh? You look a bit odd, kinda. Let's see. I know it may sound kind of weird for me to say this. I'm the kind of person who can't live without a bit of stimulation in their life. Let's see. So school life looks as though it's incredibly boring. You find it interesting, huh? Anyways, what about your test period here, Miss Suzune? I wonder about that. By the way, Suzune-sensei, weren't you looking for Kamishiro? Oh, right. I'm sorry, everyone. But I need to go talk to him. Alright then. And Suzune-sensei, be sure to tell us about your time in school next time we meet you. Haha, I'll be sure to enjoy karaoke with the rest of you. But please make sure not to make it too late. Suzune-sensei is pretty cute, isn't she? Yeah. I'm really happy she wound up being in charge of our class. Although I think all the guys were happier than we were. For Suzune-san to be chasing down Kamishiro, I wonder what's happening here. No, I have a feeling that something interesting is going to happen. You've been watching way too much TV. Oh well. Well, even if I say I want some stimulation in my life, for average students such as us, we should just go enjoy ourselves at karaoke, right? Ha 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 ha. Jindai High, School Gate. Wait, Kamishiro! Saijo-sensei? Please, just call me Suzune-sensei. After all, it's hard to tell me apart from the rest of the Saijos here, isn't it? What is it you want from me? If you don't want to, you don't have to answer this, but... From that paper of yours I read in class, Kamishiro, do you have an interest in the occult? Sensei? That's a bad noise. That's... What? Is it a dimensional quake? Thrown straight into the deep end. Chapter 1. The Hope Known as Forbidden. Or the Taboo Known as Hope. Those robots. they show up thanks to that dimensional quake? They're looking over here. Ah! Sensei! And then... What's with this? Did I get caught up in a dimensional quake? Am I gonna die here? Without knowing anything that's happening or without being able to do anything? No. What is that? Very ominous music here. Something's flowing into my head. Kamishiro! Are you okay, Kamishiro? You've woken up. It was only for a little bit, but you blacked out. Sensei, hurry up and run away. What are you doing, Kamishiro? I'm heading off.
Fun note here, look at his eye.
Yeah. This will be important later on. Kamishiro? I understand it. I understand it all. It's coming. That's right. Come here! Lend me your strength!
I prefer this unit's theme.
Just a bit ominous here.
Yeah.
For our protagonist, Smack. I wound up going ahead and getting in here, but to think you'd even change my clothes for me. Start off. A robot? Did it also show up through a dimensional quake? Kamishiro, it looked like you got swallowed up into it, but... Is this thanks to that information that came into pouring into my head from that black sphere? I understand it. This guy's name, and how to fight with him. With this, I can fight. This is good. Just you follow me. I can do it. I don't know what the hell you are, but lend me your aid. Let's go, Genion. Show me your strength. Destroy all enemies. Don't let the Genion die. Wipe out all enemies in 3 turns. So, here's our protagonist and his unit.
We are on New Game Plus.
Just as a note.
So, he has 151 kills already.
Yes. The reason we are on New Game Plus is because otherwise I was going to force a route split later in the game to keep someone alive that probably would not have been everyone's first choice. So, Hibiki has support attack level 2. The skill that makes all support attacks crits, I believe. Yes. Support defense level 1, and spiritual defense, which is ignore pilot affecting debuffs.
Okay, that's an interesting set of skills.
Spirit command. Focus plus. The pluses will be explained later. Ace bonus. At above 130 will, plus 1 movement and plus 10% damage. Here's our mech. The Genion. Looks pretty standard, except it's equipped with a barrier. A dimensional fault barrier. For those who may not remember, that's what dimensional beasts are equipped with.
Yeah.
And just to go back over, nullifies any damage under 1200.
Not particularly useful, but
Still nice. We have 4 attacks. The Nitro Pikes, the Impact Dagger, the D-Solid Punisher. D does not apparently stand for anything. And the Excel Glaive Hit-All attack. So, good luck.
might as well.
So as another important note for this, there are a couple of important changes from the previous games. Genion, I don't know what you are, but right now, I need you. So show me your strength! When this fight finishes, I will finish what I was explaining.
One bit, you may see the 3 options in the bottom right.
I don't have time to worry about what I'm fighting!
Now,
This is just the same as a knife.
now rather than having to just skip animations,
we can speed them up, or skip to next attack phase.
Although we could do that in the previous. Doing that there because their attack is pretty underwhelming, honestly.
So long as I can feel its killing intent. Bronze Emblem acquired.
Which one is that for? 150 kills?
Yeah. So, the bit I was trying to explain earlier. One of the key differences in this one is that pilots naturally start with half their SP, and they automatically regenerate 10 SP per turn. Every single person. So that's nice. What's with that robot? It looks like it got flung here thanks to one of those dimensional quakes, but... Kana, you're the one who said you want some stimulation, right? You're saying this is my fault? All of you, hurry up and evacuate! Sensei? What is that? It looks like that blue one is protecting the town, but is it part of the Federation? Even I don't know, but we need to hurry up and flee. Kamishiro. What's happening, Shotaro? I don't know. But that's a robot I don't know at all. None of them are. More importantly, we gotta do something about those bat robot things, right?
Bat?
Yeah, they're like bat-like. They have bat wings. So do we just leave that blue one alone? Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's protecting the town, so it can't be a bad guy, right? Wada, leave this to me. You take Maki and the others out of here. Alright, we're counting on you, Shotaro. Nitro Pikes.
So it's there now.
Yes. Hello. Hi,
Hello,
Mouse.
Mouse.
I'll fight, no matter what my enemy may be. Father, sis, Hal. Hibiki is very alone in life. Now for the Nitro Pikes. Right now I need to focus on protecting the town.
Also, as an amusing note, we have all of the DLC scenarios available. Don't know how many of them we'll go through.
I can do it. So long as I've got this power, you and I can.
There's at least one DLC scenario we are going through.
So, push yourself as far along as you can. Going to show off the Excel Glaive?
Yep. I love this weapon.
Yeah, Hibiki's got some pretty cool gear on the Genion.
And I love his theme. Which sounds an awful lot like Untrue Crystal.
To you, at least.
It starts with the exact same piano.
So, the other part, one of the other key changes of this game that I did not get to before is the tag system. So, in the original Z game, you had 3-man teams. In Z2, you had single units. And in Z3, you have 2-man tag team duos. Your enemies have these as well. So the way that fights go are, you have your main unit, and you have a support unit. Your support unit will only ever use the attack that is listed as an assist attack. An all attack will hit both enemies, but deal less damage.
And also, you don't get the assist attack on top.
Yes, and you don't get an assist attack. So, you need to be very tactical. This also means that there are some characters who instantly become a lot better than before. For example, we're probably going to wind up using all of the characters from Wing because they are ace supports.
Except Hero.
Yes, except Hero because he's Hero Yui. They all have very powerful support attacks, although they don't have many attacks, period. Somehow, I made it. Something else coming. Reinforcements? They brought out more numbers this time, huh? Hey, pilot of that blue robot, can you hear me? This is Teshiji 28 of the ICPO. me our help in order to protect this city! The ICPO? Guess that means there's not an enemy. Those guys, are they trying to wrap up everything? No, are they trying to surround us? Looks like they would know at least the basics of hunting. At this rate, the entire city will turn into a battlefield. First, what? Those guys just up out of nowhere? Those armed slaves? But I haven't seen units like that before. Hey there! There. SPO's boy instructor and the mysterious robot's pilot. Can you hear us? Who are you? Just think of us as passing by allies of justice. At any rate, since we're calling ourselves that, we'll help you clear up those unknowns. Understood. Thank you for your help. I was expecting a real ally of justice, huh? He's so understanding. We don't have time to beat around the bush, Kurtz. It's just like Sousuke says. Since we've gone ahead and shown ourselves, well, we can't afford to betray their trust now, can we? And besides, we need to be able to carry out our own mission here as well. I know, sis. This is Earth 2 to Earth 6 and 7. Let's see. 7 and I will take the forward positions. 6, back us up from behind. Understood. Alright, let's go wild. Destroy all enemies, don't let any allies die. So decide if you want, Hibiki to actually be getting all these kills here. And wasting all his ammo.
Energy is more important than the ammo.
Yes, that's what I meant. Because the Genion will not recover energy yet. Missile launcher! So,
strongest attack.
Yeah. TCS is functioning well. Oh, we could go on a full assault here. But if you go out and walk a dog, you'll find something, won't you? To think that we'd have trouble like this show up in the middle of our mission, huh? Are they also targeting the angel? It's a good question.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Gernsbacks.
Yes, M9 Gernsbacks. The Gernsbacks are pretty decent, and they're all equipped with ECS, which makes them really awesome first turn of combat.
I was going to say, I think it's called, then I remembered, I don't think they've actually elaborated on what it means.
Well, if we have any, it's probably electronic cloaking system or something.
It is probably something super
If more text comes up, then I can check it, because it showed up as a, thing I could do. Not going to test out the other weapon?
No, because I don't want this thing to die, but it's going to die regardless. They
Hibiki
just
said
melt.
I will.
They're just melting.
So, now to check out our other units we have. To begin
Shotaro
with-
doesn't matter that much, but
To begin with, we have Major Melissa Mao and her M9 Gernsback. She has Command Level 1, Will plus 10 at start of mission, and Guard. Has Focus as a Spirit Command. Yes. Her unit, as befitting the Special Head Fin, is equipped with jamming functions and ECS. Jamming is, if you're in the same team, plus 10 to final hit evade rates. ECS is at start of map, casts Flash, Fighting Spirit, and Charge. So, 100% dodge, guaranteed crit, and everything post-movement.
sorry about this.
Sorry about this. Part of our, how we were able to get things working. So, hopefully we won't have anything else like that happen, but in order to get this actually working, we had to capture the entire thing. So, attacks. We have 12.7mm chain gun, which are the Vulcans, and as befitting a Vulcan, inflict mobility down. We have the 40mm assault rifle, which is the assist attack. The thing I would not know if I had not seen it elsewhere, the monomolecular cutter. Monomolecular.
Yeah.
Hard to say. And a missile launcher.
Reasonable ammo based.
We have Sousuke Sagara. or Sousuke Sakura in his one. He has Prevail level 5, Strong Luck, Counter level 6, and Ignore Size level 1. It's a bit of a pain, but Ignore Size has now been turned into a level-based thing. Each one allows you to ignore one level of size difference between you and your opponent. He has Focus Plus. His ace bonus is plus 10 to shooting, melee, accuracy, and skill.
Both he and Kurtz just have ECS.
Mm-hmm. He has the 12.7mm chain gun, 40mm assault rifle, and monomolecular cutter.
His is the worst.
Yes. He doesn't even have his boxer shot cannon.
Because that came with the Arbalest.
And then we have Kurtz. Support attack level 2, ignore size level 1, hit and away. Has lock on and snipe. Comes with 12.7mm chain gun, 40mm assault rifle, monomolecular cutter, and arm slave use anti-material rifle. Anti-material sniper rifle.
And of course Shotaro is Shotaro. I can check him in a bit, but...
Let's go ahead and snipe this thing. We don't even know what it's called. So, just quickly go back and see if I can check. ECS. Yeah, looks like it stands for Electronic Concealment System. Good to know. Whether you're unknowns or whatever, doesn't change the fact that you're my enemies. I'll be sure to use you to take out my frustration here! Ah, Kurtz. Click. Or 6. For sniping position. Why is it that all snipers seem to be like this? All mech snipers seem to be the same sort of person.
Because they never miss their mark? That's probably the reason. You mean the fact that he and Mikhail are basically the same person? Have similar character traits?
You've also got Gain, you've got Lyle's kind of acts like that at times. See. Are these the unknown enemies the lieutenant was talking about that are targeting Kaname Chidori? I don't need to think about this now. All I need to do is carry out my mission. That's not a good voice for Sousuke, but I can't really...
You have to think Domon Kashu.
Because he is?
Yes, he's Tomokazu Seki.
I think Hibiki is far more Domon Kashu, though, personality-wise. He's the martial artist guy who's screaming with rage. Yes, 2 HP left.
That's beyond an insult. So this has trophies and other things, but RPCS 3, its menus don't like Japanese.
So everything in-game works properly, it's just the system text when it goes to Japanese does not work right. So Shotaro has Prevail level 5, support attack level 2 it looks like. Yeah, Prevail level 5, support attack level 2, will up on damage. Tetsuji 28, which can repair, very important to have. And, go over one through it. Tackle, Hammer Punch, Rolling Attack, Flying Kick, Tetsujin full power.
Doesn't actually seem like a terrible support unit.
Yeah. He's combat capable, as I have said. Since the new Federation was formed, I thought the world would be peaceful again. If you're gonna disrupt that peace, then Tetsuji and I will take you on!
Good luck, Shotaro.
Ah, Tetsujin. So very shiny. Go! With a right straight! Straight punch, all you need. And that's his assist attack. as another important note,
This thing's too much pain, so. Yes?
the Act Again skill has been gotten rid of. The one that we used so often in Z2, which is if you're above 120 will and kill an enemy, you get to go again.
Because it was completely broke.
Mm-hmm. So, instead, it's replaced with a thing that is called the... I don't fully remember what it's called. But anyways, tag tension system? I think that's it. So when you're a part of a team, repair kit acquired. You will earn these little stars for taking out enemies. Those stars can be spent to fuel a variety of effects, but the two most common ones are to either spend 2 stars to act again, or spend 2 stars to perform a maximum break. A maximum break attack has 2 very notable features. To begin with, it increases the damage that you deal by 20% or something like that. And then, it also ignores your allies' stuff. Your allies can attack with any attack they have that they're capable of using. Range is irrelevant. Will is still irrelevant.
Wait, range is irrelevant?
Range is irrelevant on your ally.
Okay, didn't know that bit.
Yes, that's part of what makes Maximum Break so good. If you Maximum Break someone with a Mugen Punch, and your ally is someone who has the strongest attack that's only got a range of 1, you can hit them with it. But your main unit still needs to be capable of using its attack. So you can fiddle around with that at times. At any rate, looks like we've cleared things up here. What do we do, Urs 2? I want some more data on those unknowns. Chris and I'll recover their remains, then head off. What should I do? You just need to continue the mission. After all, these fine thugs might wind up trying to lay a hand on our angel. Understood. Alright, we leave the rest to you then. Make sure you aren't captured by that little inspector. I'll activate the ECS and evade capture. I haven't seen those armed slaves before. Who on earth are those people? Wait a minute! Who on earth are... I have to hand this over to someone. He left. With that person and those people piloting those armed slaves were helping me out, so I don't think they're bad people, but... Guess I need to focus on finding out what's with those unknown enemies. I thought that's quite an interesting result for some automatically activated demons. Power of this planet. We can't underestimate them, can we? Let's see. Enjoy yourselves while you can, little pet animals. All that awaits you is a never-ending hell. Tokyo 2. Let's see. In order to deal with crazy guys like that, I had to do some common stuff too, huh? With that power, if I have the Genion, then even I can fight. And if I can do that, then someday I'll... Nice to meet you. No, congratulations. The fact that you came into contact with that black sphere is proof that you are the pilot selected by the DEM Corporation. You are the one who was chosen by the Genion. Please note it is very weird the way he's speaking. Very weird mix of... No, it's all katakana have been swapped to hiragana, and all hiragana have been swapped to katakana. And there's random kanji use. What on earth are you? I am AG, an agent of the DEM Corporation. And that's the start of Chapter 1. End of Chapter 1.
Oh dear god, the money.
Yep.
Is that 90... No, it's just 9 million. Okay.
But even so.
Just very... I don't even know what skills are necessary in this one.
So.
Energy save seems like it's a good idea always.
Energy save's a good idea.
Uh,
Go ahead and skip along the very final page just to check. So, there are some important... So I'll go ahead and go over the list of skills here since there's some new ones.
there are a
old
lot of new ones, it looks like.
So, support attack.
Okay.
In addition, the higher your support attack is, higher level your support attack is, the more damage you deal with them. Plus 5% per level.
Okay.
Attack again. Same thing as before. Support defense. SP up. You cannot buy SP or Gen. Fighting Spirit, plus 10 will at start. The one that's plus 3 will. But it's from turn 1 instead of turn 2 now.
Okay.
So it's much better. Will up on evasion. Will up on hit. Will up on damage. Will up on enemies destroyed.
Will limit break.
Although it's important to note that it's when enemy team is destroyed. Will limit break. Prevail. Counter. Bullet save. See-through, which is at 130 will plus 10 final hit dodge crit. Guard, which is above 130 will take 80% damage. Multi-target. Whenever you use an all-weapon, and there are 2 enemies in the enemy team, you deal 90% damage instead of 75%.
That seems like useful.
Ignore size. You want to have this on everyone.
At least for medium units, should it be 2 levels, I imagine?
At this point in the game, you can get away with a single one, but you want to have everyone capable of doing that up to 2L usually, I'd say. Sousuke, you want to have at least 3 on. 4 if you're planning on using Bontakun. Hit and away. Hit and away. Dash. Pretty expensive. Repair skill. Resupply skill. Everyone can use these because literally anything can be a repair or resupply unit now. The one that allows you to use parts on someone next to you. You do not want that in this game.
Tengoku, though, throw it on him.
Yes. And half cut. If your enemy's hit rate is below 30% and you still take damage, you take half damage.
Okay. So let's go ahead and at least...
The Genion should be an M unit, so...
Ignore size is fairly cheap.
And will up, or will limit break?
Let's go will limit break. Sousuke. Immediate things. Energy or bullet?
Bullet. Most of the time you're going to be using bullet attacks with him.
Is this ignore size?
That's ignore size.
Since he already has 1 level.
Yeah. That's probably enough.
Yeah.
Will limit break is good for him because once you get the Lambda driver is kind of similar to the Zero system.
Want to get that. Probably want to get that one from turn 1 now. Other ones don't really matter. Items!
We have some starting items because of what we did. So, we have a Haro. Super Alloy Z. Soul of Steel. Crest of Saisei. And a Dimensional Energy Charger.
And 2 things that were obtained in there.
So, the Crest of Saisei and the Dimensional Energy Charger are new.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we do with them. Kitty, please don't cause trouble.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click the Haro Tomb for now.
Not going to give anyone else anything? That's Kurtz, by the way.
I've never
So,
Just get both of those and save.
be careful where you save.
And be careful to save.
Yes. So, not going to upgrade anyone at all?
Yeah, might as well. The other fun thing of this game.
So in Z3, it's incredibly hard to fully upgrade anyone.
It's
Because of that,
It costs 13,000 to half upgrade. Costs 47,000 to full.
yeah. So because of that, they made it so that you get your special bonus at 50% upgrade. And since we're playing on New Game Plus, and, well, this is the main character, we may as well do that immediately. This grants you +1 movement and energy recovery small.
Still nice to have.
Yeah. You recover 25 energy per turn. Not quite enough to get,
And also, this carries over.
Yeah.
Twice.
more. All weapons gain an additional 50% ammo.
Nice. Alright, now, let's actually go. I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Yes. So, April 11th. The new
One day.
unified calendar.
You okay there, Mom?
Sea of Japan. Please note there were 2 Japans there. I would go rescue the cat there.
Go ahead and
So, Captain's room of the submarine Tuatha De Danann. Hello, Tessa. Tessa Testarossa. From that expression on your face, it doesn't seem as if we've got very good news here. No. So far as I've heard from Urs... So far as we can understand from what we've obtained from Urs 2's on-the-site analysis, those unknowns... It looks like it seems as though they were made with a completely different sort of technology from anything we've seen up until now. Black technology, then. Or else... It's highly likely that otherwise they came from another world. Someone like that who bears ill will against us. It appears as though the likelihood of danger has increased drastically. So is that the reason that Mithril has begun moving again here? Well, I suppose we should leave aside any pointless speculation for now. After all, it would be a bad idea to determine their evil before we know everything that's going on, wouldn't it? We'll leave everything else to the people who are on the scene there, and deal with the problems that we can see. About that. As of yesterday, that mission has moved on to Plan B. Making direct contact with the target. Will he really be able to do it? Even amongst the members of the SRT... of the people who infiltrated Japan, he's the only one who can do it. So there's a reason that Sergeant Sakura was chosen? No. Why was Sakura chosen? Because really, it was not a good idea. It was both a brilliant idea and a
He's the
terrible
only one
idea.
that can pass for a high schooler.
Yes. I won't admit that he is the only person we could have had do this, but even so, he'll be sure to do it well. I suppose all I can do here is trust you. Captain, Ozma Lee of the SMS and Bernstein have arrived at the ship. Understood. And please, then I'll go meet them at the hangar. Ah! Captain? I'm fine. I just tripped a bit. Well then, I'll go ahead and call maintenance immediately and get them to put away that cable. Thank you. So it's almost time for the Sergeant's new mission to start. Tokyo 2, Jindai High. Kana, did you see the morning news? I've been watching the TV ever since last night. They even showed off Jindai High. To think that we'd be wrapped up in a mysterious robot attack and a dimensional quake. And we don't even know what those bad things or that blue robot are. Even so, what the hell's the Federation government thinking? There's no point in them showing up if they're gonna wait until everything's over. Even the commentators on the Midnight News were angry, weren't they? After all. Oh, we paid them a lot of money to the military. So they should do something about this. But it sucks, doesn't it? Even if what you're saying is pointless, I totally get it. After all, well, I think everyone wants to have some peace, don't they? Thinking about peace, kinda... Did you remember there's a bag inspection today? Of course. After all, I made sure to leave anything dangerous back in my room.
Yes, we are back to Super Robot Wars now.
Yep.
We found a way to actually stream it. We were having
Yes.
difficulties yesterday.
Well, when it comes to dangerous things I'm talking about, maybe something like a set of cards, snacks, or maybe some game machines. After all, that's the only sort of stuff you'd have brought in a bag, right? Wait a minute. Someone's gotten caught at the school gate. This is the day you've just transferred in. No. Come on. I'm confiscating this toy gun of yours. No, that isn't a toy. Huh? Let's see. This is a Glock 26, which has been loaded with high-efficiency scrap rounds for maximum killing efficiency. It is incredibly dangerous. Whatever you do not touch the trigger.
Yes, this one
If
is
it explodes,
PS3.
there will be casualties. Alright. I know, so don't worry about it.
So we had to switch the PS3 emulator, which caused some hiccups.
Yes, which is why we're not streaming it yesterday, but now we are. We've got a maniac here. How creepy is it that there's a guy who'd bring model guns to a school? And the fact that he didn't know there was a bag inspection today, I guess he's a transfer student. That guy. Ah! How shocking! When did you show up here, Kamishiro? Sorry for spooking you. Do you know that military maniac guy? That isn't it, but... that wasn't a model gun. Because of course you'd recognize it. Hello? Do you three really have time to be lacing about here? Is it time for homeroom to start? Oh, good morning, Suzune-sensei. Thanks for yesterday. If you hadn't been there, we would have... Even if I am only an assistant teacher, I am still a teacher, aren't I? Protecting everyone's my job. Of course. Yes, I need to deal with everyone. Alright, let's get going, Kyoko! Later, Kamishiro! Kamishiro, thank you for yesterday. You saved me. I don't need your thanks.
I will say, with RPCS3, it takes a good computer to actually run them.
Even so, that blue robot... You're going to be late for homeroom, Sensei. See, it's something that happened after school. There's no need for you to butt into this. Kamishiro. Year 2, Class 4. Alright everyone, quiet down already! I'm here to introduce your new classmate. It's that military maniac guy from before. He's in our class. Well then Sousuke, introduce yourself. Well then, Sagura. I'm Sergeant Sagura Sousuke. I'm originally from the ADW world. Did he say sergeant?
Yeah, we're more or less emulating this just because it's easier to capture like this.
Yeah. We do not have the money for a high-tech card. He's just acting like some celebrity. I don't think that's quite right. Then, by sergeant, does he mean like military sergeant? Be quiet! Alright, everyone, listen right until the end. And Sakura, don't you go scurrying around anymore. I apologize. I'm Sakura Sousuke. Please, forget about the sergeant. That is all. That's all? Yes, that is all. Does anyone have any questions? Sakura, where'd you come from? Yes. Talvia, Azemistan, the Manisha, Dark Continent, Sun Kingdom, the Shinjuku Ghettos. It looks like you spent a long time out of the country. Oh no. Out of the country? No, that would not be quite correct. Correct. As in addition to spending time on the Earth, I've also spent time dispatched out in space. I've visited the Supply Asteroid MO2, the L4 colonies, the Frontier Fleet, Planet Quent, the Battleship Bulge.
He's been to Quent?
Apparently he has been to Quent. What are your hobbies? I saw you at the front gate. Are those model guns? My hobbies are, like, frantically looks at a piece of paper, fishing and reading. What sorts of books do you like? I mainly tend to focus on technical magazines and specialist books. Particularly... Oh no.
It was a bunch of...
I think he's just, at this point, going off on really weird tangents that no one understands.
It was a tangent about armed slave magazines and...
Yes, and then...
series.
I also enjoy reading Soldier of Fortune and the like a fair bit. But my favorite one has got to be Harris Publishing's Armed Slave Monthly. Other than that, I tend to read Men's Monthly Armed Slave.
Yeah.
Because of course they had to bring in that. Johnny, I think you're affecting even this. It was far more detailed than I could have ever expected. It is a good magazine. Recently I've been reading technical manuals created after the New World Quake. It's been particularly interesting reading about the Minovsky particles and GM drives. Even the teacher is shocked. Please forget everything I've just said. Are there any musicians that you like? Cheryl Gnome and... That's surprisingly normal.
Enka.
Looks like it should be Tokugawa Yuichiro or something like that. Tokugawa Kiichiro. Yes. So, just as an amusing note there, it means absolutely nothing. That is, in fact, the Zentradi Enka singer from the Frontier Fleet who's standing next to Ronka when she starts out.
Yeah.
What's with that spread of hobbies? What is it, Kamishiro? You worried about that transfer student? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's right. Wait, since you're both transfer students, you feel that pity for him and want to get along with him, don't you? Huh? This is a good idea of mine. I mean, after all, like that, I could show both of you the school in town at once. It's perfect, isn't it? But before that, I need to confirm what on earth is up with him. The back mountain of the school. They apparently have a mountain out behind the school. This ends my scheduled report. Good luck. Good work. This is your first day. This is the only way we could get the report. This is your first day, so we made sure you report in. From tomorrow on, you need to do everything you can to guard the target. Verse 7. Understood. But, are you really gonna be okay? Hey, taking your eyes off the angel here. There are no problems. From here I can easily observe the target. In addition, this is a point which enemies could easily attack. There's a need to investigate it. Whew, you really are fired up about this. I really was laughing to see that one of Mithril's mercenaries would be infiltrating a high school, but it looks like you're doing okay. But after all, there's no way that someone like you who spent their entire life on the battlefield could ever learn what normal people are like. Could they? Well, how about it? Did my lectures help you blend in? About that, Kurtz. Japanese high school students have an incredibly odd idea of what constitutes good music. What? Are you complaining about my beloved Cheryl and Tokugawa? Damn it. If I met them in person, I could be sure to tell them all about the wonderfulness of those two. Your intent is showing here. Are you intending to sabotage the mission here? So they saw through me, huh? Let's come to this! Wait, someone's coming. I'll cut transmissions here. Who's there? So you realized I was coming? You really aren't an ordinary transfer student. That uniform. You're one of Jindai High's students? To play dumb. After all, no matter how you tried to hide it, I realized the fact you'd already marked me. I remember. This is the man that's sitting next to Jidori Kaname's seat. But even if he realized where I was looking, to think that he'd approach this far without my being able to recognize him, who on earth? Are you one of the people from that DEM company? Or are you possibly... I don't know what you're saying, but you seem dangerous, so... Can you really take me out without your Glock? Don't look down on me. Blackjack? So he's still hiding another weapon? He dodged. But... don't get cocky! Military martial arts? No, it's not quite. It's Jeet Kune Do. This guy is... he really isn't an ordinary transfer student. Foot soldier? Huh? Too slow! Is this guy one of your allies? Allies? What the hell are you saying? So you intend to play dumb until the very end? In that case... Mr. Hibiki! What's with this guy? Mr. Hibiki! Important news! Are you trying to force me to pilot the Genion again? See. No, are these people just trying to get me to stop piloting the Genion? These aren't ordinary mercenaries. They have nothing to do with our company. Why would you? More importantly than that, there is something important. Explosion? That was close to the school. It's gonna take me a while to find good voices for everyone again here, but you'll see. Here comes the new problem boy. So the job we received was to cause a disturbance near this high school? Hi, Firebug. You aren't looking too good here. Your mask is cracked and you've packed it up with tape.
And also you have a 5 o'clock shadow.
But be careful. Oh, it's no good to hurt the students. After all, if we screw up, we're gonna get punished badly here. To think that after the legendary Firebug lost their princess, we'd be reduced to this small fry. Don't complain here. We've already been paid for this. Hello, Takya. What's with these guys? Are they trying to start a fight in the middle of a town? Run away, Takya. Let's see. People in those black axes won't care if you're a civilian. Hello again, Saji Crossroad.
Looking a bit older now.
Panager. Stay with Mikado and the others. Yes, Saji. Hi, Panager.
Hi, Banana.
What's happening here? We were just supposed to be down here staying for a short time, weren't we? Looks like they're friends with the guys we saw in the mountain. Let's see. Their current objective is completely unknown. However, they would be perfect opponents for a test of the Genion. Do you not agree, Mr. Hibiki? Don't order me around. Even if you say that, this is my job. Now then, summon the Genion with the method I taught you yesterday. Come! Genion!
Let's go.
That AG guy. He's definitely got something to do with the Genion. Is that blue robot again? Kamishiro, are you the one piloting that still? Considering what happened yesterday, I made sure to have Tetsuji and Nox nearby in case the robot mafia showed up again. That inspector from the ICPO. Blue robot over there. I'd like to request your help. Help me defeat these villains who are threatening this town. I'll help out too. Oh, come on. You think we'd have to launch 2 days in a row? Sousuke, we brought your M9 too. Hurry up and get in it. Verse 7, Roger. What that Kamishiro meant, and then that small robot. What on earth did they? These unknown armed slaves are here too? You don't need to worry, kid. After all, we've come here to beat these guys down. Thanks for your help then? But be careful, since we don't know what on earth they are. And those infamous Firebug guys are there too. Those pervert fires arsonists, so they're still alive? We'll be fine. I fought against them before. My head is... What's wrong? Something happening? No, I'm fine. What is it? When I started thinking about Firebug, my entire head started ringing. Don't worry, Ox. I'm fine. Let's go. Ox, Tetsujin! We'll cooperate with everyone and beat down these villains! Let's go. Or 6, or 7. Genion, be sure to make full use of you. So, destroy all enemies. Defeat 5 enemies within 3 turns. So we have a new character. We have Black Ox.
Remember him?
The guy we never used? Yeah. Prevail level 3, support defense level 2, will up on hand. Has accelerate as a command. Has tackle, some sort of electrical light discharge attack, which inflicts mobility down, and Black Ox attack.
Alright, that's...
So yeah, we've got some brunch robos. We've got some savages. Oh, it's brunch robo number 2. That Sakura guy. If he isn't related to the DEM company, then what on earth is he? Does he have something to do with that guy who's targeting me? Nope. But still, time to fight the brunch robos. I also love the fact that Hibiki's got a knockoff King of Hearts logo. Almost on the side of his... the shoulder of his jacket.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Makes him even more Domonkashu-esque.
And the fact that this dude is incredibly skin-tight.
Skin-tight suit, martial arts expert, yells at people a lot, has problems dealing with people who are in love with him.
Oh my, that would have been a useful one.
What?
One of the vital items you get from DLC, the Spiral Effector.
Yes, you can also just purchase those.
But yeah, that seems useful.
Remember, they all have everything post-movement. Alright, Kurtz, use your sniper rifle.
.300 attack buff, but more importantly, always ignore defense and barrier.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the DEC... The Z-Trader items tend to be very powerful. But remember this. You are going to want to immediately try and trade for any of the, You're going to want to see what they have available, but if possible, you want to trade for the system-type items first.
Hey, you should have plenty of Z-chips for that, I hope.
Yeah.
15,000.
That's plenty of Z-chips to buy a couple of items. After all, there aren't many that are worth more than... Sousuke versus a savage. That man sitting next to Chidori Kaname. His name was Hibiki Kamishiro, wasn't it? He's someone who's trained his body. Who on earth is he? He has undergone fierce physical training. He can probably kill a bear with his bare hands.
He can definitely kill a bear.
Savages look pretty stupid.
Oh,
remember this! I'm a tough guy!
As Sousuke referred to them, they are Soviet pieces of crap.
Mm-hmm. Although the question becomes, are they actually Soviet in this world?
In this world, probably
Oh,
not.
hey. Just the Vulcans.
Run Trovo.
Number 2.
These ones are actually piloted, I think.
Yes, they are. Well, probably. Look at that attack.
As it slowly meanders forth and falls in front.
As if something like that would hit me. I like the positioning of their Vulcans. They look more decorative than most Gundam Vulcans. Goodbye, fool.
20 kills stays.
Please remember that, that Ox can accelerate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing Ox has. Looks like you've got quite the nice gear there. That it does.
Well, this will be number 4.
Am I seeing a nightmare here?
And then the whatchamacallit people show up.
Yeah, that'd be enough.
Would it?
Yeah, it's a range of 3 to 9. So yes, you can snipe that ugly mercenary.
Can't guarantee a kill, guarantee a hit, but might as well take the shot.
You can hit in a way.
It's not like it's particularly useful.
Yeah, I did not use him too much. But all of the other units will be a lot better in the sequel when they get the fairy feather system. Oof. Dynamic kill. SR point acquired. This'll be easy if we just keep up like this. Looks like this is the time to say that. Reinforcements are coming! To think they'd have enough weapons that we'd need to move out too. Gee, this is the result of their stupid holding back. To think they'd be able to move this many people. Gee, things are gonna get worse here. We'll be fine, everyone. We've got reinforcements too. We're here to back you up, Shotaro. I've heard from the SMS. From here on out, we'll be participating in a joint operation with Mithril. Mithril? It's the name of that armed slave squadron. We'll do the full explanations later. But now we need to take out these guys. Understood. Then, that blue robot is? The data we received from Mithril is listed as an unknown, but... At any rate, it looks like it's not an enemy. We can leave it alone. Those guys, they know about Mithril? I've just received an urgent transmission from Lieutenant Kellinin. Looks like they're going to be cooperating with us. They're the Frontier Fleet's SMS. There's a civilian military provider. I've heard about them. They're responsible for combat testing of new units. See. Thanks to the New World quake, the Frontier Fleet's departure to the edge of the galaxy wound up getting delayed, huh? Yeah, looks like that's helping us out. And those SMS guys. Guess they get along. They're kind of like the light version of us, huh? Or sort of the ones who move about in the light. Or 6, or 7. Feel free to make it up with them later. For now, we can't lose to them. Looks like they're fired up over there. Well then, Skill Leader. Your orders? Skull Fort all units. See, civilians haven't been fully evacuated yet. Hurry up and defeat the enemies! Don't let Hibiki, Mao, Kurtz, or Sousuke die. Anyone else is fine, other than the quarter. So, we have...
Tornado packs.
Yes, VF-25 Messiah Tornado Pack. Prevail level 6. Will up. Dash. Strong Lock. Can transform post-movement and is equipped with Afterimage.
And what you're disappointed by.
S in Sky, B in Land. So, swapping modes is actually more important now. Or so it seemed to me. 25mm beam cannons, micro missiles, MDE beam cannon, which chews through quite a bit of energy. Don't you see?
That's exactly the same as it was before.
Yes, but you had gun pods as well. And the assault maneuver. So we have Luca.
The only one without a tornado pack because his unit can't equip it.
Yep. He's got support attack level 1, ignore size level 1, and utilize parts. The only skill he has is scan. He is equipped with jamming functionality and repair functionality. 25mm beam guns and ghost.
Oh, so he actually is.
That's actually not bad.
He's a fairly useful support unit.
We have Clan in her Quadlin Rhea. Prevail level 3, Will Up, Guard, Guts and Focus. Has mid-range impact cannon, laser pulse gun, missile launcher, and impact cannon. Fully ammo. We have Michelle in his Tornado Pack. Support attack level 2, support defend level 1, hit and away. Instinct and snipe. 25mm beam gun, micro missiles, MDE beam cannon. And we have
The Quarter.
If I can get to it. The Quarter. Etier, Quarter Cannon, Macross Cannon. He's more prone to see transform. So he's got Etier, Quarter Cannon, Buster Cannon, Macross Cannon map.
Same as before.
Macross attack. You do not have the sword Macross Cannon anymore.
Okay.
And Macross Cannon. Off to you. Deal with the enemy. hey, you have gun pods now.
Yeah, I was gonna say gun pods will be available like
Yeah.
this.
Gun pods are available in untransported mode. That's good. You ought to go for the gun pod over the assault knife. Because gun pod uses ammo. Yes, you do have focus.
Yeah, I'm just slightly confused by the menus here.
You think there are still idiots out there trying to cause wars? After the world's gone back to being peaceful again? Damn it. As if we'd hand it down over to people like you who don't know the value of peace. No, Alto.
I'll probably be confused with the menus for
A bit.
a couple days.
Also, the music is very sounding to me.
What is it?
It's background music. You do not get any of the opening song type stuff for quite a while. So all the Macross heroes just have kind of sad stuff. I don't intend to just die!
What even is this thing?
Probably Full Metal Panic.
No, it's definitely Full Metal Panic. I'm just...
It is a C35 Mistral 2.
Okay.
Yes, it has a crotch Gatling. And yeah. Yes, you want the maximum break set to what it is.
However, what I also want to do is...
Oh, so they do at least give you some.
No.
They give you all of them. Good.
They give you all songs that you heard in the previous one.
That one. That one.
Which one is that?
Lion.
Lion. Fair enough.
They do not give you Triangler, sadly. Or maybe not. They're all set to Fighting M9. Of course, Sousuke.
That is the one that I am going to change. I am fully intentionally changing Sousuke to...
Kamikaze Man.
Or...
Is that technically its name? Probably not, but it's a far more... But I think it's a far more fitting attack name. My unit's been newly equipped with repair functionalities. If anyone's received damage, let me know!
So yeah, Luca might actually get a bit of use here.
Mm-hmm. That he may. Not great, but not horrible.
Because the Ghost's insist is pretty useful.
So, the other important things to know. Be careful about movement types.
What?
For when you get to the part where you have actual teams.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yes, if you have someone who can fly and someone who cannot fly, your team will be grounded. Instinct is all you have.
No need to instinct.
But, well then, I've got to make sure I don't lose to Mithril Sniper here. In exchange of a greeting, I'll just show him the skills of the famed sniper of the Skull Squadron.
Your movement is, taken between, is the average movement between two units, right?
Basically.
So the Big O can really slow a team down.
Yeah. That is why I make sure to always have them equipped with lots of movement boosters. So as another note, Firebug is far more of a pain in this game.
These ones.
Not yet!
All the ones in the previous game did it as well, but...
No, I'm talking about the jamming.
Yeah.
How about their jamming seems to have way more of an effect? When you get later in the game, it's practically impossible to hit them without abilities.
Go ahead.
Alright, Sousuke.
If for nothing other than knock off A-Team theme.
This is Sousuke's... This is Bontakun's theme.
Or the next episode theme. Or just the general theme of Fumifu.
Tokoyaro. Translated by some as Kamikaze Man. Or perhaps Suicide Attack Guy. Yes, Kamikaze Man just sounds a lot better than that, don't you think?
Yeah, it sounds like a Dragon Quest attack. Pony.
Kamikaze Man. So most of your enemies Do, 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 do.
Just get it here. Oh, still time up.
This black robot. The pilot of this black robot. He's tough. Can I win against him right now?
Easy.
Yes, Hibiki. You are overpowered. Hibiki, level 4. Black Ox. Roar. Tackle. Or are you just going to... Beam of light. Alright, Black Ox, let's see if you can hit.
The intelligence of a 3-year-old.
Maybe it's 4 now.
That's an interesting color.
Goodbye. All he has is trust. It's like, oh, that's sweet, but at the same time it kind of sucks. No, don't do that.
Don't.
If you're going to do that, make sure you're hiding, on the city block.
Right,
It's the defensive bonus.
Since I have landed.
Yeah. If you're going to land, take full advantage of the terrain. I mean, is it that important at this point in the game? Probably not, but...
And of course, Tetsujin is not really impeded by terrain. Partially due to having a really high movement. First miss.
But he missed you as well.
Okay,
So that's
you
okay.
can do that. Alto and R2 does swap through enemies.
Yep. Kurt's getting sniped.
Horny.
There's just a tiny tail visible over there. Well, that's how it is. That person. He looks like he's the same kind of sniper as Michelle. That's pretty impressive. I remember the previous lock-on. If we keep up these joint operations with Mithril, I guess that means he'll be your rival. It's good to have a bunch of skilled allies, isn't it? I just pray that he's able to be that good. Assault rifle versus rocket launcher.
Point blank rocket launcher? Don't you know that'll never hit a hero?
Fried trident acquired.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Is it trident yaki or fried trident? Grilled trident? I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what it's from or what it is supposed to be. What it is an SP or store item. Oh no, Kurtz has to use an assault rifle. Or you could go for the monomolecular cutter. Turn on the image. Let's see what Kurtz looks like. Now, is that he can't use his sniper rifle.
But you defaulted to the assist attack.
Yes.
Oh, because range stat.
It's because Kurtz is not good at stabbing things. That's not funny! Kurtz is not great at stabbing things, but he's far better at shooting them. Tetsujin rolling attack!
The oddity of the rolling. Rolling just doesn't seem like the right word for what it is.
Spinning! Yes. Rolling! You're not doing too well here, Tetsujin.
And Black Ox.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, Tetsujin's done fine. I mean, Ox has done fine. He's hit everything.
No. Ox missed.
You're just like an ant trying to escape me. Go, Ghosts. This is my time. Even I can.
All these ghosts are named.
Simon, Johan, and Petro. Curse you down.
Oh, nice. The ghost also flipped something.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Make for a
see
decent
couple
support
of
attack.
things. First.
4. Gunpod and Ghost. Ghost is now hit all attack.
And requires a lot more.
Is stronger. Goes through barriers and... Still barriers in size, start with.
God, I want to see if it gets the dynamic kill.
I kind of doubt it because of Luca, but... I don't think they'd spend that much time on him.
Nope. He doesn't get the altering flying off the sunset.
He might with his strong attack, but... So that's an important note here.
What?
Note what Alto has there. You have 2 ammo for that all-out attack.
Okay.
And does it hit all attack? If you swap back to Valkyrie mode,
3
you have the assault maneuver instead, which has 3 ammo and is not hit all.
Okay.
Your strongest attack is different depending on which form you're in. For Alto in particular, that is good to remember.
Oh, hey. The pilot sprites are actually slightly different, I think. What? I think their pilot sprites in the cockpit are ever so slightly different for each.
It could be, I mean, they were trying to take advantage of the HD upgrade they got. Alto. I love that dynamic kill. Just go in, jam the gun straight into the enemy, and keep on firing.
But this time they also fly through the enemy.
Hey Claire, how are you? Bobby has accelerated if you want it.
Might as well try. Won't be able to do anything, but...
You're far closer to other things, though. Clan's Impact Cannon. Nene. Nene, follow me up! You guard the quarter! I'll be fine on my own. These idiots who don't know anything other than war, I'll show them the way that a trotty warrior fights! I don't like pointless fights, but... just dodge this if you can! Pretty good damage.
Yeah.
For an unupgraded unit. Is it only the one thing left?
It's only one thing left. Sure.
Yep.
Itsuji, you don't have enough to do.
Flying kick!
Alright, go for your second strongest.
Tetsujin flying kick! All he has is stressed. Can you do it, Tetsujin?
I somehow got
Love that controller.
the V controller.
Since he does not pilot Tetsujin. Rider kick! There we go.
Looks like we may be able to get a third stage into that.
You can certainly try if you'd like.
I mean,
Think
these
of it
stages
as-
have been fairly short.
I think this is a way of making up for yesterday.
Yeah. They've been relatively tutorial-esque.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Aaron.
I feel the SMS and the IPCPO aren't bad, are they? I intend to throw those guys out there just to try and test their strength. But it looks like I'm gonna need a bit more data here. Well, looks like things have been cleared up for now.
The cat just sneezed in my face.
Please wait a minute! Or 6, or 7. And formation we've prepared. Understood. Leaving aside the skills of the unit, the person piloting it's only a third rate, huh? Sorry about this. I didn't want to have to act all rough like this with someone who's fought alongside us. Capturing you is a part of our mission as well. You shouldn't make any sudden moves here. If you do anything strange, you can just shoot off a part of your thrusters there. If that doesn't stop you, I'm sure I have a couple more interesting places I could target. These the skills of a professional? That's... Shotaro, at the same time we explain the circumstances, explain things right now, I'd like an explanation of the situation. You come to the quarter? You've already received authorization through Commander Otsuka from the ICPO. I'd like to request your assistance. Understood. But please promise me that you won't be too rough with him. We promise we'll do everything we can to assist. Well, I guess this means we're heading to the hideout of our new friends here, huh?
All units, hurry up and retreat. Leave the cleanup to the Federation military.
They left. What the hell's happening here? Yesterday and today? Kamishiro.
Be safe.
Macross Quarter, briefing room. We've seen this a couple of times. I'm part of Mithral's Far East branch. The SRT Land and Squadron its commander, Melissa Mao. Captain Melissa Mao.
Thank you for coming here. I'm the captain of the Macross Quarter, Jeffrey Wilder.
Alright, I've heard about you before. It's a pleasure to meet you, Captain Wilder.
Well, at the very least, you should try and relax a little bit more, Captain. After all, we're going to be cooperating a fair bit from now on. I know I've heard a fair bit about your exploits at Mithril. I think that we of the SMS would be able to fight alongside you.
Thank you for your praise. Captain Jeffrey, what's with that Mithril group?
If I was to try and explain them simply... Here. Let's see. They're a top secret mercenary group that was founded in order to combat terrorism. I'm certain you've heard rumors about them as well, haven't you? About terrorist organizations being wiped out in a single night. 8. Or small-scale guerrilla wars being put down instantly.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, all of that's been taken care of by Mithril. Even though they're from ADW. You aren't a part of any specific kingdom. They're participating behind the scenes during the Destruction Incident and Rebirth War.
I didn't know that. I think there were organizations other than Celestial Being and the Vancouver Nova who did things like that. Those two have some pretty different ideals and goals there. But I guess their activities are kind of the same. I think you can put Mithril alongside them.
But even so... Oh, since they wound up participating as part of Zexus, their activities became known to everyone.
But I guess these Mithril guys are really real allies of justice, huh? I'm happy that you say that. We aren't anything that important. After all, well, we're just mercenaries, aren't we? People who fight on the battlefield.
Although from the rumors I've heard, every single member of you is a specialist of some kind. And then Mithril has overwhelming firepower and splendid personnel. Well, so I have high hopes for you. I've heard you have your own independent research squadron. And the equipment they come out with is something that's 10 years ahead of anything the regular military's got their hands on. I guess those M9s equipped with ECS that Shotaro saw are part of that.
You're talking about those vanishing armor slaves? Exactly right. After all, we've been making use of their electronic camouflage system in order to guard Tokyo 2 here. Do you think there was a society like that existed? But why didn't Commander Otsuka or the ICPO tell me about them?
Unlike Celestial Being and the others, they're officially classified as top secret. They've got some deep connections to the Federation government and various countries' top brass. In addition, as a result of that, they're able to keep themselves a secret.
Is that so? I guess so. Oh, but after all, even our top officials didn't let us know what was happening here. But even so, the fact that Mithra wound up joining forces with an actual ally of justice, it was quite a shock to me.
The fact that we don't understand what our commanders are doing is the same with the SMS. But even so, the fact that we're going to be fighting together is the truth. Once again, I look forward to working with you, Captain Mao.
I guess this means our three-man RT team will be working under the SMS from now on. I look forward to working with you. And you too, Shotaro. Me as well?
It's highly likely that you'll receive a request in the coming days from the ICPO to join us officially. Our main mission at this point in time is to investigate and destroy any terrorist societies around Japan here.
Japan, more importantly Tokyo, has become an economic center since the foundation of the new Federation government. There are plenty of people who have been gathering around like flies around it trying to get a bite of what's happening. I've heard stuff like that too.
Let's see. Right.
It's thanks to that groups like today's Robot Mafia remnants have been gathering, isn't it?
And so in order to protect the safety of the civilians, we've been forced to take action.
So, is the Federation military not going to make a move? I mean, since the opponents are bringing mechs, shouldn't the military take them on?
In fact, the ones who called out for us for assistance here at this point in time are that same Federation military.
What do you mean?
It seems as if the recently refounded Federation military still has a number of problems awaiting it. They don't have enough time to deal with that, and so they're using us to try and fill in the gaps while they fix things up.
So that's also the reason they were late fighting those enemies yesterday?
About those unknowns, Mithril's currently investigating the remains of them.
Captain Jeffrey, what are we going to do about that other unknown?
We currently have it in the hangar, and I'm trying to get its pilot to come down, but...
Captain, the pilot of that blue robot's finally responded to our requests.
Understood. I guess we'll also head off to the hangar.
Well then, it'll be interesting to see what shows up.
Macross Quarter hangar. Looks very different now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like the pilot's opening the hatch. Everyone confirm your positions. Shell, you prepared for sniping? I'm perfectly fine over here. If he winds up doing anything unusual, I can take him out in an instant. Well then, should we make a match of it, Sniper of the SMS? Alright, Earth 6. Whoa, you're acting tough. After all, I've seen your skill firsthand here. Quit yammering on, Michelle!
You too, Kurtz.
Alright, alright. Now, it's finally time for the heart-pounding first face-to-face meeting. Hatch is opening.
I don't intend to flee. You're... Sugar Sousuke. Why are you here?
What? What is it, Sousuke? You know him?
He's a student in Jedi High's second year, class 4.
So he's one of your classmates? Ahem. I'm Lieutenant Catherine Glass. In place of the captain, I've been ordered to take responsibility for you. Well then, to begin with, let's hear... probably your name. Affiliation. I'm Hibiki Kamishiro. I don't have an affiliation. Don't have one? So are you saying that this machine is something that's yours personally? So you're just trying to... Do you intend to keep quiet about it? We'll say in advance here. Since we are part of the standard military, the rules about prisoners of war in the Geneva Convention do not apply to us. The Geneva Convention on ethical treatment of prisoners of war does not apply. In order to drag the necessary information out of you, we won't hesitate to use any and all means necessary. At times like this, using passive face is a good bluff, isn't it? Answer all of our questions. This is the only method remaining to you to protect yourself. I refuse. What? I'll just tell you here. I don't intend to hand the Genion over to anyone. If you don't intend to pick your methods, then I'll do the same. This guy, is he trying to flee? That's so then we've got no choice. Everyone stand down. Captain? This old man's the Jeffrey Wilder of the SMS? His presence. I see. He really is an impressive person. Hibiki Kamishiro. To begin with, I'd like to thank you for your assistance before. Both today and yesterday, you helped protect the town. Yeah. Since you've responded to our hails, we don't intend to harm you. Let's see. And of course, about that unit as well, we tend to respect your will. However, as a part of our mission, there are things we need to confirm about both you and your unit. So once again, I'd like to ask for your cooperation. Well then, allow me to begin questioning. Is that machine something that you possess on your own? Even though the captain's going this far, you're still trying to keep quiet? It isn't that he isn't answering. Mr. Hibiki cannot answer that question. Who are you? Hello. My name is AG, an agent of the DEM Corporation. In other words, a dimensional merchant. Humanoid robot? How on earth did he get into the quarters hangar? That is, in other words, where there is a will, there is a way, or something of that nature. Why the hell did you wind up showing up here? You're trying to get me to shut up? Are you concerned about what I told you before? No. Why the hell are you here yammering on like that? You're trying to shut me up? Are you concerned about the way that I am speaking? If that is the case, allow me to switch to a more normal style of speech. He suddenly changed the way he's talking? The way of speaking that I had before was a method of preserving my identity as a robot. Well then, allow me to begin once more. I am AG, an agent of the DEM Corporation, and the person responsible for this Genion. Genion? Is that this thing's name? By person responsible? Yes. The Genion is a new model of mech that our DEM Corporation has just recently developed, and the pride of the DEM series. DEM Corporation stands for Dimension Extra Merchants. As that name would imply, we travel across various dimensions in order to sell our goods across various worlds. Traveling across parallel worlds to sell stuff? That's quite a shock. You guys have quite the enterprising souls, don't you? I saw this thing show up in the middle of Dimensional Shock, but... yes, that is exactly correct. The DEM intended to use a different world dimension connected to this world in order to test the Genion. However, it got wrapped up in the dimensional shock that was occurring on this world and fell into this one. In addition, Mr. Hibiki over there wound up accidentally becoming registered as its pilot. So that Genion thing is... the fact that this Genion thing's here is an accident? Yes, I am incredibly embarrassed about all of this. After all, as the person who is responsible for overseeing the test, it is very likely that I will have to deal with a lot of complaint forms over this. Well then, do you know anything about those robots that attacked Tokyo 2 before? Unfortunately, I have no data on them. It is highly likely that much like the Genion was transferred over here, they were blown away to this world by accident. I don't really understand it. So, your company is something that's in another world? If that's the case, why don't you just hurry up and recover it and take it back there? Wouldn't that solve everything? Unfortunate as and embarrassed as I am to state it, the dimensional boundaries of this world are currently incredibly strengthened. In other words, you can't leave this world easily with your tech, huh? Exactly right. It really saves me that you are able to understand the situation so quickly. This guy's a weirdo. You think that someone was able to create a humanoid robot of this scale? Well, that TM Corporation's gotta have some incredible tech. But there's still quite a few problems left, isn't it? After all, that defense system the Genion's been equipped with seems to be exactly the same thing as those dimensional beasts have. You said dimensional beasts, didn't you? If I remember correctly, those are the wandering dimensional weapons that are been left scattered across this world, are they not? They have been equipped with a default system. In other words, they're able to utilize a method of cutting of dimensional energy to cut off their surroundings temporarily. So are you trying to say you're completely separate from those dimensional beasts? It is true that both they and the Genion are weapons that have been designed to make use of dimensional energy. However, at DEM, we seek far more elegant and refined dimensional energy usages. The result of that is the TS Demon system that the Genion has been equipped with. It is a combat system, a next-generation dimensional energy generator. Demon, you said. In our world, we call the dimensional beasts Damons. Oh, so you do know about them. Oh yes, I do know about that. They are incredibly similar, don't you think? What on earth is with all this? With this unit and this guy? Somehow, I can't bring myself to trust anything this guy's saying. Well then, Mr. AG. No. Please, simply refer to me as AG. After all, well, for humans such as you to refer to a robot such as me with a term of respect such as Mr. is not fitting. I see. Incredible. It's even equipped with optical sensors? It's even equipped with motion sensors? I think it's more a problem of his personality here. Well then, once more AG. If the fact that the Genion came here and this boy became his pilot is completely a coincidence, then why don't you hurry up and get rid of the logs? Yes, unfortunately, that is what I had initially thought to do. However, it would seem as if Mr. Hibiki has refused to do so. So you're saying you're just going along with this? This unknown thing in this weird robot? Wait. You're trying to play it being some kind of hero? Oh, with a robot that shows up from another dimension? Say something. You say something. This is my personal opinion alone. However, until the time comes that we can be recovered, I would like to collect as much data from the Genion as possible. And since Mr. Hibiki wishes to carry on piloting the Genion as is, I figured it would be a good scenario for the both of us. Captain, do you know anything about this? Do you have anything you could say about this?
I won't be the one to decide what's happening here. It'll be you, Hibiki Kamishiro.
Huh?
From what we've heard from AG here, you're currently acting as the Genion's pilot of your own will. If that's the case, you're the only one who can decide how you'll use it.
See. Well, if that's the way things are, I guess I feel the same. Of course, if your will winds up going against our mission, we'll take you out.
Well then, Hibiki Kamishiro, let's hear what you think about all of this.
Can I stay on this ship? What the hell are you saying? The SMS isn't so kind-hearted or low on people who accept someone we don't know about. Please wait a minute. I think you can trust him.
Shotaro?
This person. The first time he was piloting the Genion, he deliberately fled to somewhere else so that he would avoid dragging anyone else into it. As expected of an inspector for the ICPO, you really do notice things. And I have the same opinion as well. He may be a bit odd, but I do think we can trust him. Oh, Mr. Hibiki, isn't this wonderful?
You shut it. So then, do you want to fight alongside us? I want to become stronger. I want to become strong enough that I can make full use of that Genion. Understood. Even if I ask any more about it, I don't think you're going to answer me.
Then...
It'll take a bit of time to draw up the contracts, but as of now, I'll accept you as a special and provisionary member of the SMS.
Thank you very much. So he's going to be working with us? It isn't just Mr. Hibiki. Of course, as the person who is responsible for the Genion and its maintenance, I shall be accompanying you as well. And as I am a robot, you will not need to be responsible for paying me anything.
You never do shut up, do you?
Well then, Mr. Hibiki. It may only be for a short time, and it may have been a complete accident. But from here on out, I look forward to working with you.
Yeah. Well then. You're also one of Sergeant Sousuke Saga's classmates, aren't you? I suppose we'll leave contacting you to him. Are you dissatisfied, Sergeant? No.
Well then, we'll just send the two of you back to Tokyo 2 for now. Alright, you called yourself Hibiki, right? You're taking care of Sousuke to you when he's at school. They get along so well. Back to Jindai High. Silence continues.
Do you have nothing to say? Do you have nothing to say? What about you? Since you don't have a rank, I'm your superior. When it comes to school, I've been here longer. There's something I want to ask. What is it? Your piloting skills are third-rate. But your physical combat skills aren't amateur at all. What's with that? There's something my father hammered into me. That Jeet Kundo. My dad was a bit of a maniac. Is that so?
Good morning, Kamishiro and Sousuke. Looks like the two of you transfer students are getting along quite well.
No. We don't have any intention of that.
Is that so? Well, if it was the case, I'd be really happy as the class representative, but...
We're fine, Chidori. We're friends. What are you saying? Shut up, we need to make our stories match. If we don't, she's gonna get suspicious of us. What? What are you two whispering about over there? It's nothing. Right, Sousuke? Yeah, Kamishiro.
This seems a bit suspicious. I mean, come on. If you're friends, you should be more frank with each other, shouldn't you?
That's what Chidori's saying, Sousuke. That's right, Hibiki.
Alright. Then let's get along with everyone here.
Is this really okay? As if I know.
Hibiki. Okay, there we go. So, looking at the time now, I'd say we should probably stop here at this point. But everything's going pretty well. So it's hard to say what you're going to really want with Alto. You definitely want bullet save,
Yeah, does.
but you've got a lot of energy-related stuff as well.
Isn't that the beam pod?
No, that's micro missile.
It's the same effect, though.
No, because it's not post-movement. Yes, you want bullet save. And since Alto is aced, you'll have a lot easier time using the gun pod,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Might as well get Will Limit Break.
And ignore size.
It's already got one level of it.
That is Prevail.
That's a fail.
There's ignore size. Try another.
Yeah, sure. 2 levels of that.
Now he should be perfectly set. He's already got an energy save, as usual. Hitting away.
Yeah, sure.
Down one. There you are.
Hitting away.
Will limit break or will up? Which is more important for him?
Which will up, though?
I leave it to you.
Take that will up for now.
So, we've got a pretty good setup here. Grilled Trident recovers 40 SP. So,
Do I not have
what?
just 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I have 4.
Or what?
Aces.
Well, yeah.
Actually, save. The thing is, when you have 3 aces, 3 people aced, I believe it was, you get a thing. Alright, I guess we'll stop here.
That's D-Trader stuff, which we can't do.
Ah.
So, we're going to go ahead and stop here at this point in time. Well, at this point in time, I hope everyone has been enjoying themselves as we've gotten on and are actually able to do Z3 here. We'll pick back up with this again tomorrow, and hopefully everything will go pretty well. So, until next time, have a nice day.
See you.